Good afternoon, good evening. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is Adrian Natalini, and I'm speaking to you from Skid Row, Los Angeles, USA. Approximate population is 90,000. Uh, we are undervalued, underused, underserved. We are all under here. We have people, 100 people died here this year so far, and no one cares. The police, they drive in their cars around our blocks, but they don't walk here because they're too afraid. Uh, the level of sensitivity that any of the agencies have toward us is ludicrous, if anything else, on us. From 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I would say zero. Nutritional levels of the missions are very, very poor. I've eaten there. The food is dry. You get a certain amount of protein, yes. Some rice, some chicken, and moving on. I was threatened again going from my front door, which is in 5th and San Pedro in Los Angeles, to uh, my medical doctor agency, JWCH, at 522 South San Pedro. I chose that facility because it's only a half a block from me, and it's close. I figured sooner or later, closeness would help instead of having a doctor far away. Um, my response to that facility is varied. Uh, the doctors care. It's difficult to get in. Once you get your foot in the door, they start to sort of like you. They never remember your name. Okay, I've been there for over 6 months. They don't. They still don't remember me. Um, their lack of sensitivity is from 1 to 10. I would say one. Why? Uh, you sit in the main room as you enter, and you're watching videos. Okay, we have a population that's been abused, underused, underfed, drugged out, both by psychiatric drugs and non-psychiatric or illegal drugs, and they're showing a suicide on the screen. They're showing, blue bloods, a suicide, and the police grabbing the suicide. Okay, so what we have here is we have traumatized audience watching a policeman taking an African American woman down onto the street because she was trying to kill herself, and you have a traumatized audience watching this, which means really they're being re-traumatized. Okay, it's not the first time. It's not the first time that something like that happened. There's no captioning, so I'm 50% deaf. I couldn't hear a damn thing they were saying. Excuse me, Dan. I couldn't hear anything they were saying. I just saw mouth moving, which is very common for when people are speaking to me in person, even in my building. Okay, at the Brownstone Hotel, 427 East Fifth Street. Uh, they'll speak, and I see their mouth moving. I can't hear them. I'm wearing my hearing aids. Um, but they're just going, you see their lips moving, a Clutch Cargo kind of thing. I don't know if you remember Clutch Cargo. You had the whole screen, and the whole screen was filled with two giant lips. Okay, well, that's what I see basically. And I say, I'm not contagious. You can walk toward me, and I would hear you. And then they look at me like, oh no, I don't think so, and they walk away. Okay, so what I'm approaching here is the subject of how individuals are approached, how disabled individuals are approached. Okay. Um, I had a friend in a wheelchair. She was thrown hot coffee at. Uh, and on and on. I mean, I could give you examples. I was threatened. I was assaulted half a block from here, right in front of my clinic. Again, safety does not exist here. Okay. You can turn around and someone will do something and you won't be able to, stop because of what's going on. Now, I have difficulty walking. I usually use a scooter, but my scooter was stolen. They stole the batteries. They stole the they stole the basket. They stole my walker. They they stole my towels for my laundry. Okay, this population is a population of I don't know what's a nice word to describe them. People, I guess they're people, except they have not learned to ask for better. They keep behaving in a victimhood manner, and sometimes that's why I call Skid Row victimhood. Okay, because the people that come here or are dumped here, there are agencies like in San Fernando Valley who dump people here. Uh, the prison system, which is only a few blocks away from here, on First Street. Um, People from there, they come here. They don't have any other place to go. We are outcasts. Our families don't want to talk to us. We've exploited and burned all our bridges. I understand that. I've had a lifelong uh, relationship, if you could call it that, with my own personal family, and I'm still arguing with them. As a matter of fact, yesterday, okay, they're sick of talking to you because you keep asking for things and you don't know what else to do because you've exhausted all other options. You see, the American public believes that if you're disabled, you can work, you can get a job, you can hold down a job, you can do this, you can do that, but they do not understand what it takes to go through the depression, or which I have, the attention deficit, which I have, 50%, hearing loss, which I have. Uh, I could keep going. Asthma, Alzheimer's, COPD, arthritis. I have all kinds of things going on. Scoliosis, 10%, and that's not even half of them. The thing is, as a disabled person, it's very difficult to get a job, and when you do get a job and you attempt to keep it, you have many, many stigmas which approach you from above. Okay, the people that hire you. So very few jobs are really available for us. Security guards, uh, stuffing groceries in a bag. Very few. Okay, I'm trying to paint a picture. I'm not trying to say that we are all victims. I think we're capable of many, many things, and our potential is incredibly great if resources were allocated. And the mayor is not interested. There is no outreach that I saw, and I've been here 14 years. Um, I tried giving out books on psychology because that's my background in psychology and anthropology, sociology. Um, I had needles stuck on the tires of my car when I had a car. I had rats living inside um, my engine, and they eventually worked their way into the glove compartment. I had to stuff stuff in there in order to stop them. I've had my car broken into, everything stolen from inside. I mean, it's it's a jungle. It's a concrete jungle, and the people that are trying to help, the not-for-profits, uh, the missions, okay, which are not-for-profit, they are trying, but they are not what they appear to be. Okay, on Saturday, which is what today, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, across the street from me, I look out my window, and there's a mission. There's a some sort of a mission church that comes in, puts up three or four tables, picnic tables, right next to the fence of the women's center, parking lot, and they give out pizzas, slices of pizza. Okay, and then they pack up and leave. Okay, and next Saturday it's the same thing. Okay, they go home and they think, "Oh my God, we are do-gooders." That's what I call them, for lack of a better term, do-gooders, and we just changed the lives of these poor people here. I don't think so. I don't think so. Um, Sometimes there's an attachment to that. Sometimes they want you to go to a meeting or they pass out literature or whatever. This place is not a a model for collaboration. Just the opposite, of course. Here, anything goes, and anything usually does go. Okay, the police would come in half a block away. They shot one guy. Across the street on the roof, they shot another guy. Guy living in the tree, he was shot down also. Okay, that's their way of handling the situation. Control and kill. The level of sensitivity from 1 to 10, I'll say it again, is 0. The politicians, we are talking points. That's all we are. We're just talking points. And, oh, the homeless. Oh, it's so horrible. Didn't you see that? That man is sleeping on the sidewalk over here. Oh, what? Oh my God. That woman just fell down. Oh, how horrible. He's bleeding. Oh, call the fire department, okay? They'll come in with an ambulance and everything will be hunky dory. No, no. There is no outreach here, and that's the way that society wants it to be. Is there money available? There's billions of dollars available. Billions. To give you one idea, just one, okay? Microsoft, $17 billion foundation. Mr. Microsoft needs to put somebody in charge of it. So he chooses his wife. Okay. Each foundation that exists is only spending 5% of the capital. The rest of the capital is making more and more money. And they can stand there and go, "Oh, yeah, we cleaned up this messy person, Hyde and yeah, we took the oil out of that water." And they come back next year and do the same thing. So this is about publicity, not community service. It is not about collaboration. Okay. It's not about opening their hearts and their wallets. It's all about public image. Just like the internet is. It's all about public image. You have the comedians, the Illuminatis, the this and that and this and that. The government doesn't care about us. Okay. There is no national homeless initiative, no matter what they tell you. Okay. There should be a global, international homeless initiative. So you say, who is this guy? Who is this Adrian that he's speaking about the homeless? Well, I've tried to film them in Chicago, Illinois in 1970s. Never finished that film, ran out of money. I applied for grants and all, but nobody's interested. Um, and I've lived here for about 14 years, so I understand them a little bit. Maybe not. I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be, but my observation from my window on the third floor of this building, the brownstone building on Fifth and San Pedro, is that no one wants to help us. Now, I have a plan. If they're willing to listen, but no one is willing to listen. Just send an email to Abbott Laboratories. I tried, getting in touch with somebody, LA Times. Nope, nobody said. The film community, nah. Television, nah. Yeah. You know, if something happened, if this place burned down to the ground, then they would be running in here, photographing it, and of course, running out again. During the holidays, it's the same thing. The rich come in, they feed us. Thanksgiving, they feed us. They give us little gifts and leave. Go back to their $40 million homes, large swimming pools. We don't have swimming pools here. We don't have a hospital, which I keep asking for. My doctor says, no, you don't need a hospital here. There's one over there, one over there, one over there. But I keep saying if there was one here, then the doctors would be able to see who we are, what we are, how we smell, what we do in the middle of the night, how we do look like zombies because society has just opened up. There's a giant crack and we're being swallowed up by it. And nothing's going to change unless someone is actually going to do something about it. I would love to help. If you're interested and you're actually viewing this, uh, I'll give you a free tour. Uh, it can be dangerous. I'll tell you that. A friend of mine was assaulted coming in the front door. Uh, she she wasn't doing anything, just trying to get in the front door. She was, slugged. So this is a very dangerous place. It's full of needles. It's full of shit. It's full of piss. It's full of people who are going through this me victim phase. And in order to transition from that, we need the help of the social services that run in, just like mine did, and they run out. Oh, hello, goodbye. I'm your nurse. Goodbye. You have a name? No. You have an ID? No. My in-home healthcare worker, she just quit last Friday, which is, she got a better job, which is great. Okay, I appreciate that. She's trying to improve herself. Okay, we are trying to help ourselves too, but we are not holding the tools that we need, and the money is not there. Right? Nobody has the money. Oh, no, no. The mission next door has been here for 132 years. Gee, they've been here 132 years? Skid Row still exists. Why is that? Why are they spending $500 million for the prison system and not a penny for Skid Row? I don't know. I'll let you wonder some of those questions. I'm going to leave now and uh, say goodbye. And I hope you understand a little bit better our picture here. Uh, in the near future, I would like to show you videos, but I'm having a bit of a time with that because some of the people here have been in prison, mental hospitals, etc. They don't want their face shown. Some are actually escaping society. Some are illegals, and on and on and on. So uh, hang in there, kids. We'll be back. Arrivederci. Ciao. Meow. Oh! Yep. I said enough.